Hello everyone, welcome back. So now I'm going to go over a function that has a default in its arguments. And by that I mean if you don't pass this argument or parameter to the function will still use that default parameter using the default value. And the example that I have here to show you, is easier to see it with an example, is a function that is a straight line is going to return the value of y, where y is equal to the slope times x plus b. Typical formula, right? Just good for this example. And I had to choose one of those to be the default, and I'm going to say the default is m, which is the slope to be equal to 1. And so, as you can see in my def, where I define the function, I will enter the name of the function. I will enter the list of the parameters or arguments, and one of them, this m, says m is equal to 1. So when I call the function, if I don't include m, that will be equal to 1, or I can include it and the value of m will be the value that I apply, that I use when I call it. So let's first teach or run this def so that my computer will learn about it. So line is a function that is not known by my computer right now, but I run this cell, so it runs all of these lines from here to here. And if I look through my list of my variable explorer there, you can see line is defined now. Line is defined now. So you see it right here. Okay, good. So now let's use it. So in the first example, I'm going to run line. I'm going to do both lines. Let me clean up the console so you can see the result. So I'm going to run these two lines. Y1 is equal to line 2, 3, 4. I call it line instructions. I'm going to run these two instruction lines for the function named line. And I'm going to pass these parameters, 2 for x, 3 for b, and 4 for m. So I'm not using the default for m. I am actually writing down what value I want m to be. So I run those two lines, and it comes back. It gets the result into y1, and y1 is printed, and y1 is 11. So sure enough, if we multiply 2 times 4, which is the value of m, 4, so it would be 4 times 2 in here, plus, which is 2 times 4 is 8, plus b, and b is 3, the answer is 11. And that's what we got, 11, right? But now, what if in the next line I call the same function, the function's name is line, and I call it, and this time I pass two parameters. I'm only going to pass two parameters, the first parameter and the second parameter. And the first parameter is the parameter for x, and the second parameter is the parameter for b. But I don't have a third parameter. I only have two parameters, so there's no, I'm not passing anything for m. So when I run it, m will take the default value, and that default value is 1. So if I say I'm going to send the 2 and the 3 like I did before, but I don't send the m, the third parameter, which I had sent before with a 4, this time I don't send it, so it's going to take it as a 1. It's going to take the default value. So let's run it. So there it is. My result is 5. And sure enough, if I multiply x, which is 2, right? This is the formula, and you can see it right here. I multiply m times x plus b, right? X is 2, m is the default value 1, So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus b, and b is 3. 2 plus b is 5. Then I return the 5. I assigned it to variable y2. Then I print it, and there is my 5. I got 5 because this time, see the 5 right there, this time I sent the default for m, or I use m's default value of 1. I use m's default value of 1 because I didn't send anything for m. So that is an example of a function that uses default values. All right. So we'll talk more about the other functions in the next video, where I'm going to cover functions that use flexible number of arguments. All right. I'll talk to you then. Take care.